A lot of times we think about the purpose that we have here on earth, that we have to do some things to fulfill the purpose that God has for us. And that there's certainly truth to that. If you think about Ephesians chapter 2, it talks about that we're his workmanship and that there are good works that he has prepared for us to walk in before the foundations of the world, which is remarkable to even think about. But there's also another way of looking at our purpose. Psalm 57 speaks about this. Let me share with you two verses. Starting in verse 1. Be merciful to me, O God, be merciful to me. For in you my soul takes refuge. In the shadow of your wings I take refuge, till the storms of destruction pass by. I cry out to God Most High, to God who fulfills his purpose for me. You see how it talks about there in the psalm? It's actually God who will fulfill your purpose. He's going to do it. So it's really remarkable. There's kind of two sides of that coin. Certainly there are things that we are to do and focus on and act and do the things that we're created to do. And on the other side of that coin, it is God who will fulfill his purposes in you. Pretty remarkable thing to think about. And verse 1 there that I also read, it has a couple things that are also helpful. Asking God to be merciful to us. That's something that we need to see God's mercy and continue to ask for God's mercy. We don't deserve mercy, but that's something that he gives. But then notice it says that it's in the shadow of God's wings that the psalmist takes refuge. Well, that means getting close to him, being up under him, if you will, so that way you're in the shadow of the wings. So when you're away from the will of God and you are out there just doing your own thing, staying away from the church, staying away from Scripture, staying away from prayer, staying away from God ultimately, you're not in the protection of his wings. You need to be under him, with him, to be in the shadow of his wings. And the last thing I would say is that you're there until, it says this, the storms of destruction pass by. So many of you right now find yourself in just the path of a lot of storms, a lot of destruction in your life. Let me encourage you, go to the one, get close to the one that you can find shelter and refuge underneath his wings, the Lord Almighty. And as you do that, he will fulfill his purposes in you. Have a good day today.